Congratulations and welcome. As Acting Director of the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Library and Museum, it is my pleasure to open this evening's President Gerald R. Ford Student Writing Challenge Award ceremony. I want to take a moment to thank the parents, principals, teachers, and students for your dedication to education during the COVID-19 pandemic. To our finalists, you should be proud of your work. The caliber of essays we received this year was exceptional. I know the judges had a difficult time selecting the winners. The President Gerald R. Ford Student Writing Challenge is a collaboration between the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Library, Museum, and Foundation. Thank you again for your participation. Without your entries, this contest would not continue to grow. I'd like to now turn tonight's program over to Claire Schubert, Director of Engagement and Programming with the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Foundation, to MC the ceremony. Claire?
Thank you, Brooke. On behalf of the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Foundation, I too would like to welcome all of the students, educators, families, and community members who have joined us virtually this evening. It is an honor to have you with us, and I must tell you that the Student Writing Challenge is something I look forward to every year. I am thrilled to reveal our winners tonight and also to hear from a very special guest speaker. After the year we've had, there are certain words and phrases we might never want to hear again, like social distancing and you're on mute. But one word that has perhaps gotten us through this and will continue to propel us through adversity in the future is the word resilience. Each year for this competition, we choose one theme that represents a character trait of President Ford, and this year's theme is resilience. Throughout his life, Gerald Ford exhibited this trait in many arenas: on the football field at University of Michigan, on the USS Monterey during World War II, from behind the desk in the Oval Office as he worked to heal a divided and troubled nation. Resilience really can only be shown in times of challenge, and this last year has shown us the bravery, the compassion, and the strength of our young people. So that is why we asked you to tell us your thoughts on the topic of resilience. We asked, and you answered. This year, we received over 1,500 entries from all across the country, sharing your ideas and perspectives, and sometimes very personal and powerful stories of strength. I can hardly wait to reveal this year's winners, but I'm just as excited to introduce you to this year's guest speaker, Mr. John Agar. Born with cerebral palsy, John has overcome countless physical challenges to become a recognized athlete, completing marathons and triathlons with his able-bodied teammate and father, Jeff Agar. John's determination and grit has earned him national attention, appearing in television commercials with the likes of Michael Phelps and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and his story has been featured on ESPN's E60. I should also add that John, or Johnny, is a former student of mine and also one of my sources of inspiration. We think John is a shining example of resilience, and we're honored to have him join us to recognize our outstanding high school student writers tonight. And now, please welcome John Agar.
My parents, from the day I was born, they never put limitations on me.
Way to go, guys.
Hello everyone, my name is Johnny Agar, and I have something called cerebral palsy. So as a result of that, I have to be resilient in conquering many different challenges every day. When Mr. Schubert reached out to me and asked me if I would come and talk to you today, I was so happy. She sent me along some of your writing prompts for your essays, and in it talks about President Gerald Ford and how he was so strong in facing many challenges in the year 1974. Now, I certainly don't know what it's like to be President of the United States, but I do know that we all face challenges. You all wrote about how you faced challenges in your essays, and if there was someone in your life that helped you come out stronger. Before working at the museum, Mrs. Schubert was helping me and a lot of other people like me to become more independent in life. Because of her and because of my parents, I was able to achieve my dream of becoming an athlete like my dad was, and walk the last mile of a race, as well as being featured in 2 commercials for Under Armour. One with the greatest Olympian of all time, Michael Phelps, and the other with a guy that you may have heard of too, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
So how do you make it? How do you overcome the odds? There's Natasha's way. Be shy, focus on yourself, till they focus on you. Or Juana's way.
Why be one champ when I want to be 2?
Be like Yusra. Let nothing
Syrian refugee pulls boat to safety.
destroy your dreams. Or maybe you beat doubt one step at a time, like Johnny. What about Zoe? Never satisfied. Not with trophies or stunts. Then there's Dennis. Work with what you got to get what you don't. Or you could be like me. Dream of pro football, get hurt, dream over. Find yourself with just $7 in your pocket. So how did I get here? By being the hardest worker in the room. How are you gonna get here?
To give you some background, I was told that I would never be able to walk. Some of you may have heard of cerebral palsy, but don't know what it is. It is a disability that affects my communication between my brain and my muscles, making it hard for me or anyone with this disability to move any muscle in a nice, smooth way. So, doing certain tasks like buttoning up my shirt in the morning or brushing my teeth, things that you may not even think about, can take me several minutes to hours even. I know that with persistence I will achieve my goal though. And the big thing is I'm not afraid of failing. I know I won't get something on the first try, and don't let that get to me. For me, it is all just part of the process, not something to be ashamed about or worried about. Instead, I use failure as a stepping stone in order for me to achieve what I want to achieve.
The victory is
in challenging situations, it is up to us to be strong, resilient, and to never give up as we face many challenges each day. I hope you will have the courage to face your challenges, be resilient to them, and have the opportunity to teach others. Just as President Ford, Mrs. Schubert, and my family taught me. Remember, it is not the number of times you fall down, but the number of times you choose to get back up. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, John, for sharing your inspiring story of resilience with us. We look forward to following your journey. This competition would not be possible without many volunteers who gave their time and their talent to reading and scoring over 1,500 entries. Our judges were often moved, sometimes to tears, by the deep and authentic thoughts and personal stories of triumph that you shared with us. One of my favorite things to hear during the competition is a judge who exclaims, "You got to hear this one." And there was a lot of that this year. We'd like to thank all of the people who helped to make this competition happen, including the Gerald Ford Foundation and Museum, as well as the many volunteers you see on your screen. A big thank you to this year's final round judges: Rosalind Bliss, Mayor of Grand Rapids; Mike Ford, Chairman of the Gerald Ford Foundation; Shelley Irwin, host and producer at WGVU; and Buzz Thomas, Gerald Ford Foundation trustee. We'd also like to thank Meyer for their generous donation of gift cards to be given to the teachers of our first through third place winners. And without further ado, it is time to reveal the winners of this year's President Gerald R. Ford Student Writing Challenge. One of our final round judges, Buzz Thomas, had this to say after reading your entries. After reading the work of these young people, I feel much more hopeful for our future. I honestly wish I could offer a hug, a handshake, or some other appropriate sign of appreciation for the work they have completed. It's exceptional. I must say I agree with Buzz, and it's time to honor you. We'll start with our out-of-state award winner. We began opening this competition to students living outside of Michigan 2 years ago. And this year, we received more entries than ever before from states all across the country. This year's winner and recipient of $500 is Samantha Webster Bernal for her entry titled, "It's Me, I'm the Flower." Samantha is from Winston Churchill High School in Eugene, Oregon. Due to such a large volume of exceptional entries this year, we are actually going to honor 11 students from Michigan instead of 10, as we've done in the past. These next students are being honored as finalists in the competition and will each receive a $250 award. First up is Olivia Knibbie from Plymouth Christian High School in Grand Rapids. Her entry was titled, "A Resilient Star." Our next awardee is Andrew Carafa for "Another Hope." Andrew is from Forest Hills Eastern High School. For Depression's Ocean, our next finalist is Samantha Sir from Jenison Senior High School. From Cass Tech High School in Detroit, our next finalist is Joshua Gill for his entry titled "Resilience of the African Spirit." Up next is Emma Hart for her entry, "Half a Brain." Emma attends Grand Rapids Christian High School. From City High in Grand Rapids, our next finalist is Priyanka Malakar for her entry, "The Right Key." Next up is Jenna Pegman from Grand Rapids Christian High School for her entry, "The Light at the End of the Tunnel." Our last finalist this evening comes to us from Newaygo High School. Congratulations to Lily Swinehart for her entry titled, "Senses." And now we move on to our 2021 third place winner. This student will receive $500, and thanks to Meyer Stores, her teacher will be sent a $100 gift card to use for classroom supplies. This year's third place winner is Ella Tupper from Genesee Early College in Flint for her entry titled, "Grandpa's Dream." Congratulations to you, Ella, and to your teacher, Amanda Jane Shade Rhodes. Our second place award winner will receive a check for $750, and the teacher of this student will receive a $250 gift card to Meyer for classroom supplies. Our second place award winner this year is Clara Rittering from Newaygo High School for her entry titled, "Alarms." Congratulations to Clara and her teacher, Mr. Tom Horling. And finally, the big moment, the announcement of the 2021 President Gerald R. Ford Student Writing Challenge First Place Award winner. This student will receive a check for $1,000, and their teacher will be sent a $500 Meyer gift card. This year's first place winner is Kushi Patel for her entry titled, "How Much Do You Cost?" Kushi attends Wayne Memorial High School in Wayne, Michigan. Congratulations to Kushi and to her teacher, Miss Yvette Jana Moore. We want to thank each and every student who took the time to share a story of resilience with us this year, and each and every teacher and parent who was behind the scenes, giving not only writing instruction, but encouragement and support to keep going during what was no doubt a very difficult year. On behalf of the Gerald R. Ford Foundation, I wish you the best of luck in all of your endeavors. Enjoy your evening, and once again, congratulations.